and welcome to this year's ENACTUS Nigeria Innovation Summit, supported by Nestle Nigeria. We're delighted to be able to defy the coronavirus and bring this to you through the wonders of technology. I'm your moderator, Sharif Benamosi, and I'll be taking you through a depth of stimulating and insightful discussion around this year's topic, which is guaranteed to leave you tethering at the edge of your seats. As the theme for this year's Innovation Summit is the Fourth Industrial Revolution, reskilling and repositioning for future success, we will be digging deep into the concepts of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, how it will transform the world, the opportunities it presents, and very importantly, we will be discussing how it impacts you and what you must do today and what skills you must acquire now to have a chance of being successful when you get into the heart of the Fourth Industrial Revolution in a few years. So what is the Fourth Industrial Revolution? To get a clearer picture of this great phenomenon, let us take a quick look at the three industrial revolutions that preceded it. At the heart of every industrial revolution the world has witnessed has been the need for speed, volume, leaner production methods, and cost reduction, to name a few benefits. In the mid-1760s, mechanization of industries was born with the use of water and steam to power machines in production. The world was able to transition from the use of handmade goods to the use of machines in producing our goods. Just over a century later, in the 1870s, the Second Industrial Revolution occurred. Electricity was discovered and used to advance our production capabilities to producing in mass quantities. About another century later, in the late 1960s, the Third Industrial Revolution was born. Automation was the new order of the day. With the use of information technology and electronics, we were able to transform our production capabilities beyond our wildest imagination. Now, about half a century after that, we find ourselves at the dawn of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, also referred to as Industry 4.0. The Fourth Industrial Revolution is the next great phase of advancement in global production methodology. It sees the conversion of physical, digital, and biological systems in the development of cyber-physical systems, made possible by the use of heavy data, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the Internet of Things. In simple terms, it can be called the digital revolution. So what is all the fuss about? What is the significance of the Fourth Industrial Revolution to me, you might ask? Well, it is everything if you think about it. The transition is deemed to be a great disruptor of our conventional lives. The COVID-19 pandemic that has gripped the world this year has certainly forced us to rethink how we live, work, produce, and consume. The Fourth Industrial Revolution, while gradually easing its way into our lives over the years, has had to make a sudden leap to the forefront due to the coronavirus pandemic. Now let's talk about the disruption that is expected from the Fourth Industrial Revolution for a minute. Imagine a world where machines will be undertaking most of the tasks of production and services in business, the leisure industry, or the healthcare sector, amongst others. This, with lightning speed, precision, zero margin of error, production and service efficiencies will skyrocket. Competition will take a whole new dimension, and consumer tastes and preferences will become very dynamic and versatile. The possibilities will be endless. Now, the types of jobs available in our societies will take a dramatic transformation as well. Many of the jobs we know today will be a thing of the past, as machines will take over these roles. Now, a recent study by McKinsey Global Institute reports that by 2022, 50% of companies believe that automation will decrease the number of full-time staff, and by 2030, robots will replace about 800 million workers across the world. However, it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is that there are new amazing job opportunities that would arise from the ashes of the Industry 4.0 disruption. Some of these jobs have already started popping up over the last decade, such as data scientists, UX, UI design, critical thinking, automation engineering, IT solutions architects, project management, and so on. It is also anticipated that a plethora of other soft skills will be born out of this revolution. One thing is for sure, We all need to start rethinking our strategies for life and how we plan to live it from now on. This change is imminent, and it is coming faster than we think, and each of us must be ready for it so that we're not caught unawares. It is one of the reasons why ENACTUS Nigeria has chosen this as the subject matter for the Innovation Summit this year. We would be having a live discussion with 3 distinguished guests that have a wealth of knowledge and experience of the 4th Industrial Revolution and the impact it would have, especially on the African continent in several sectors of the economy. But before I introduce members of our distinguished panel, let me welcome ENACTUS Nigeria Country Director Michael Ajayi for a brief chat about what really inspired the theme for this year's Innovation Summit. Right, great to be with you, Mr. Michael Ajayi.
Thank you very much.
We want to just find out a little bit about what inspired this year's Innovative Summit. What was the rationale behind it, and what was it that we're trying to achieve?
Thank you, Sharif. In ENACTUS Nigeria, we believe that the youth of a nation is exactly what the nucleus of a cell is to that cell, the very lifeline of that nation. Therefore, if we must advance and make progress as a people and as a nation, then we must make deliberate and intentional efforts today to invest in the future of this country by investing in the youth of today. A lot of people around the country today will attribute some of the security concerns we have across the country today to the long-standing abandonment of the Nigerian youth in terms of their development, in terms of whether academics or skills development or otherwise. Over time, we seem to have neglected the youth of this country as a people. And some people believe that that is part of the problems we are facing today in this country. Going forward, with the advent of the 4th Industrial Revolution and the way the entire world is transforming and the way the 4th Industrial Revolution is going to transform human existence as we know it, we already know that a lot of jobs will be lost, millions of jobs will be lost, but we know also that much more millions of jobs will be created. However, we need to be able to empower young people around this country to be able to prepare for the future. The sad thing is, while this revolution is taking place around the world today, the Western world seems to be way ahead of us. In fact, in this part of the world, in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, not so many young people are aware of what is coming. Now, if they are not aware of what is coming, how can they prepare for it? How can they position themselves to take advantage of that situation? And this is precisely what we are doing in ENACTUS Nigeria today, to bring about a situation where the young people across the length and breadth of this country are empowered with information so that about what is about to come, so that they are able to prepare themselves, they're able to position themselves, and indeed that is why the theme of the summit is reskilling and repositioning for future success. Our goal is that at the end of this session, the Nigerian youth would have been well informed about what is to come and how best to prepare for it so that they are able to take advantage of it and leverage the 4th Industrial Revolution to succeed rather than become victims of the 4th Industrial Revolution. Now, for us, it is about nation building. It is about nation building, as it were. Because if we're able to position our youth today to be successful in another 5 years or 10 years when we get into the heart of the 4th Industrial Revolution, then we will have our Nigerian youth thriving across all sectors because they've been prepared for it. And this is what we mean when we talk about investing in the youth of the nation. So for us in ENACTUS Nigeria, the Innovation Summit for this year is designed specifically to empower first the Nigerian youth, but more importantly, to build a nation for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And now we're going to just call our panelists on and have a little bit of a tete-a-tete and discussion with them. We'll see you in a few minutes.